Football has always been, there's nothing else behind me that's going to stop me. It's always football, football, football. Like, if I don't make it as a footballer, I'm still going to be a footballer.
Loading, strike with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. And when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favourite MC's bronze or silver. These vibes here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folding. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man, get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavours, cookie and biscuit. Round here, yeah, the bars I get ripped off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tripped up. Little petty trending the big rock. Me and my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, that everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, maybe like an elephant. Keep it hard, but you know that it's elegant.
For many, the dream is to become a professional footballer at the top level. However, from all the children who play in academies at the age of 9, less than 1% will make it as a professional at any level. And only 180 from 1.5 million youth footballers in the UK will make it to the Premier League. So for what appears to be a fantasy for many, how can they achieve the dream?
You need to be professional. You can't just turn it on and off. You know, you're talking like day in, day out. So you're talking 9-10 months of the year. You're coming in, you're training at your best, you're eating the right foods, you're sleeping correctly, all of these bits and pieces.
I'm very different to a lot of other managers. I'm quite old-fashioned. You know, you have to have good manners, you have to have a good work ethic, you have to be prepared to run.
You know, the top players have a bit of everything, have good habits, have good technical, physical, all of those bits and pieces.
And you just never know, that one training session, someone might be watching you. I think you just need to, I will say, my one piece of advice is, you know, you've got to train as you play.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're better off at your own club. You know, that's where you come through, because you've got eyes on all the time. So we've got a good track record here at Millwall of bringing young players into the teams. We've got Romain Essie at the moment, we've had Billy Mitchell, Danny McNamara, Idamo's come in as well. So there's a lot of players that have come through the system here.
One of Millwall's most successful recent youth products is midfielder Billy Mitchell, who made his debut at just 18 years old.
Substitution for Millwall, replacing number 6, Sean Williams, is number 42, Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell comes on to a big round of applause.
Last season, I reached the 100-game milestone, which for someone relatively young in age and for having only played games in the Championship as well was something that I'm really proud of.
Well, Billy is obviously a good player, taken away, without going into, obviously he's got all the physical, the technical, he can do all those bits and pieces, but his attitude is standout. It always has been from day one. He'd be the first one in the morning, he'd be in the gym, he'd be out practicing, he'd be the last one off the training ground. So attitude would be something that has really, really driven him forward.
I wouldn't say that I was, naturally more gifted or anything like that. In fact, I'd probably say the opposite. Like, a lot of the players I played with in the academy and youth team were far more skillful than me. I'm just a relatively consistent player, and you kind of know what you're getting from me.
When I got scouted, there was a load of clubs onto me. So I went to this one tournament, best tournament of my life. I loved every minute of it with my team. We won it. I got top goal scorer, and loads of clubs came in. So the likes of Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, Millwall. So I went Chelsea, and although I loved it, they didn't let me in because I didn't listen, and that broke my heart. And that was like a reality check at such a young age.
Before signing for Millwall, I got rejected from a few clubs. Obviously, when you get turned away from them clubs, that kind of gives you a little bit of a knock. But it was more it being a matter of time with the right fitting club than giving up on the dream.
I was 6 years old when I first got signed at Palace. Scariest day of my life, because I've had so many rejections at an early age. When I went in there, I was just nervous, and I was like, have I done enough? Have I done enough? But yeah, when he signed me, I've never felt so happy.
So when football really became serious was when I was at Welling United Academy, probably from the age of 11 or 12. Played there up until the age of about 15, and at that point the dream was to play for the first team. The team ended up folding after like several sort of changes at the club. That season I signed for Sevenoaks first team, and then that's when it became that battle of, do I pursue football or do I pursue education? And then I decided to go to university. After the first year, I realised I'm missing football too much. This uni stuff isn't for me. I really want to give it a go. We messaged someone from Welling, come down for a trial. And I hadn't played football seriously for about a year. I didn't really expect to get in. I thought, it's just give this a go. That's what I'd done. Got in. after a few weeks, started to really kick on and really like take football seriously. I signed to do that and really see myself progress and get really passionate about it, rather than just playing for the 21s. I thought, well, I'm gonna kick on for the first team.
16-17's year was a massive year for me. It's the scholarship year. Everybody's buzzing about it. Everybody wants to get that scholarship. Pre-season started absolutely fantastic for me. I was flying. From there, we changed the coach. And it had been the coach that wasn't playing me in my younger age. My coach that I had before that said to me, keep going the way you are and you're literally going to get an early scholarship. And to hear that as a young player is, wow, that is amazing. And yeah, it just went down from there. I didn't play. I was going to games but not getting on at all.
My debut for Welling United first team was in the Kent Senior Cup. First time really in front of fans, and yeah, it couldn't have gone better really. Within the first 10 minutes or so, I scored. After you score a goal, especially for me, is usually I'm not as confident as maybe some of the other players. So for me to score early on just gave me that confidence to really go and show what I can do for the rest of the game. And thankfully that's what happened, and it was a really great day.
Where he's a rarity, Sam, he's a midfield player who scores a goal, which is something you're always looking for from the management point of view.
Last season I finished the season in the first team, but that was under a different manager, and I was sort of coming into this season thinking I'd be really in the team with Welling. Hasn't panned out that way.
He's been a bit unlucky not to have got an opportunity. Our league position has probably dictated him not playing in the first team.
And I went out on loan start the season to Holmesdale, which are a few leagues below, but that was a real great experience.
Danny McNamara had 3 loans at lower league clubs and up in Scotland before we broke into our first team. Billy Mitchell didn't have any loans and broke into it straight away. So there's different pathways, and sometimes it's just moments when maybe the injuries and you get an opportunity, but then when you get that opportunity you have to take it.
And that's sort of what happened. I got called back into Welling. I was training regularly, putting in some good performances in training, and that's when I got my chance in the FA Cup. Had about 10-15 minutes to go, and to see how the fans really get behind you, because the FA Cup is special for teams like us, lower down in the pyramid.
So the scholarship day, when we had our meetings, I was happy to be there because I've been at the club 10 years, and they said to me, to be fair, you've been here 10 years. He went, you've done us proud, you're an excellent player. And to hear that and his voice drop was hard, because I knew what was coming. And he said, but we don't think we're going to be able to offer you game time in the 18s. I just walked over to a wall and I just broke down. I just didn't know how to handle it. There was a lot of downs after that. I don't think I got put involved with a counsellor and everything like that. I did not have a good time at all. Knowing something you've been doing your whole life and it just going in an instant, it was like losing a family member.
I would say it's just a learning experience, and I'd say that every club is slightly different and has its nuances, and sometimes it's just a matter of finding the right club for you.
Sam is currently dealing with a setback of his own. After making it back into the Welling United first team, he suffered an injury that has kept him out for almost a month.
Playing, and I turned and my hamstring just went. Not completely, but just like a slight tweak. And I'd done my hamstring before a few years ago, and I was out for 3 months, so I thought I'm not going to take no chances. So yeah, just been recovering ever since.
Yeah, so the injury's been tough. Any player will tell you that when you're not playing, it's tough.
Billy Mitchell has also been a victim of hamstring injuries in the past.
Did it twice back to back, and that was really the season I was first going to properly break into the first team, and that was really annoying because I could see everyone else progressing and getting ready for the season, and I was stuck in the physio room. There's nothing you can do about it, and you have to just find a way to accept that mentally and just use the time in as productive of a manner as you can.
scar tissue is quite weak, so if you do too much too quickly, it will just tear again. So you've got to be careful, you've got to build up the strength, hence why we're taking it quite slow at the minute. Tonight was all about running, and then within the next few days looking to do a bit of sprinting, a bit of ball work, and then that's sort of like, that's where we are at the minute really. Yeah, so after talking to the physio tonight, it's not looking like I'm going to be in the squad, which is it's obviously a bit gutting. Like, I understand, obviously, like the physio said, you don't want to do too much too quickly, but it's never nice to obviously be missing out, especially against Yeovil, top of the league. Yeah, no, it's obviously gutting. Any footballer will tell you that. You know, it's horrible just watching from the sidelines, and yeah, you know, it's hard, especially when they're as big as when the games are as big as they are today. Like, this is the biggest game of the season, so it's obviously yeah, it's really not nice. It's gutting, really. I've done a bit of a warm up before the game on the pitch, kicking a ball for the first time for a while, so obviously it was nice to do that. Knowing that, you know, there's a game against Sevenoaks, which there's a chance I might be able to be a part of that. It's nice to just do that next step like today and start kicking the ball again, doing a bit of running. So yeah, hopefully that game against Sevenoaks will be something I'll be a part of.
Yeah, I play for Aldershot now. I've been there, like I say, 2 years, sorry. And when I first joined, they helped me massively. I had a meeting with my manager. He came down to like my area, sat down with me and spoke to me about like, how are you now? And I sort of sat down with him and I was like, I'm ready.
Perseverance is an absolute talent, because you will get setbacks. You could get released by Millwall, you get released by Leyton Orient or a Chelsea or a Spurs, whoever it is. But that perseverance is absolutely key. You keep believing in yourself.
I'm pleased and I'm happy there at the time being, and I just want to use it as a stepping stone to progress forward, really. I got offered a trial at England Schoolboys a couple of weeks ago now. The England Schoolboys trials is the best players in non-academy. So your likes of your National League teams and below. Loads of other clubs will be there watching, and it's just more exposure to try and push you into them academies and be the best player that you can.
Before Toby's big trial opportunity, he must focus on playing for Aldershot Town, who have a game against Maidstone United.
Big trial, something that he's always wanted. He's always looked forward to, obviously since his time at Palace, and then being released from there. This is his next step, and hopefully he'll get to where he needs to get to and get his confidence and his happiness back.
It's everything to him. That's all he ever wants. His whole life is football. I think Toby takes it all in his stride, to be fair. He never seems to worry too much about it, whereas maybe me and his dad are a little bit more anxious about it and what it will mean to him if he gets it, equally what it means if he doesn't get it. Hopefully he'll do his best, and that's all he can do. So
obviously I'm mainly focused on Sunday, the England, so yeah, that's going to be a bit tough. Today I thought was just to help me get into my depth and start working harder, getting more minutes in and just literally working forward to Sunday. I'm excited, and yeah, I'm going to do as best as I can when I get there, do my work.